السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله أوقات الجميع بكل خير. حياكم الله بفيديو جديد من لعبة جنشن امباكت، ونروح نشوف المهمات الجانبية ونمشي في القصة. بسم الله. يلا نكمل.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it? You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials. Once I opened it, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG!
So this is the game we've been hearing about?
Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place, but this is the first time we've ever actually seen any of the cards. We didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt. Must be pretty popular, huh?
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes. After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
Timaeus,
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter. Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try. Please? Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, because Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail.
The Cat's Tail?
Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
دايس كات and card. طيب يلا نشوف. أول مرة أدخل ذا المكان. ايش كان اسمها البنت هذيك اللي كأنها بسة؟ اللهم صل على محمد. الديونة. لو شفتني ديونة يا ويلي. أول مرة صراحة أدخل ذا مكان.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise. Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the Cat's Tail?
I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
Ah, Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers? Speaking of which, I believe you've already met.
Met who?
You know, Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all, so I thought having a cat take care of our new customers would be quite a nice touch.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince. Oh, what's that? Shuyan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the language center of his brain?
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
Yes, it was the Sacred Duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bonds of mutual understanding. It's my firm belief that by simply playing the game, players can develop a deeper level of understanding between one another.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players?
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline. That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty cardmaster Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match of my own again.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh!
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink. You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there.
أخيرا. أحلاه يا عيني على الصورة. بس يلعب بطاقات. ثابت عكس البقية. أنا بروح فوق. أوه. أحس إني بقعد ما باك أنت.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table.
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
That's right. We have some cards that I received from a friend.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that. Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything.
يلا يا ديانا.
Alright, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right? Yep. So, are you ready to start? Alright, then let's begin. Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew! Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours! Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
اوه يبغوني طيب.
Let's go.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions.
خلينا نشوف هذا.
Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. course, the most common action is to use character skills.
These 3 pyro damage for the third use of the skill each round. These طب على طول كده.
Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves.
لنا دورة وهم لهم دورة.
After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack.
والله معليش يا جماعة، أني ما أتكلم كثير بس أحاول أفهم قسما بالله. إي والله. Ouch.
And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again. Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on, give it a try. That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun. Remember? You have to defeat all opponents to win. As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round. After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round. All right, here we are, a fresh new round.
انهيت الجولة لي وهو العدو انهى الجولة، المنافس كمان انهى الجولة.
And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get the elemental energy we need, after all. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to re-roll. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and re-roll them. When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first.
إذا هذه الجولة في الجولة الأولى أنا أخذ الأفضلية في بالجولة اللي بعدها، بس لازم أكون أنا من ينهيها.
This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy. Once D-Loop's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still one short. Never mind. Let's start with the normal attack instead. D-Luke's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill.
تبع عندي الالتيميت.
Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over.
وهو حتى هم
It's
يصير ضربة قاضية.
time to use your powerful elemental burst!
هذه الضربة العادية، وهذه الضربة اللي يبقى ضغط بالدائرة، وهذه هي الالتيميت. عن طريق الأحجار اللي تطلع لي كيف يسموها هذه؟ لما اسوي كيف يسموها؟ اني اخذ الأحجار ذي وارجها عشان تتلخبط وارمي. هي هذه مهارات تطلع لي وهي اللي العب فيها. لا مسوي نار يبغى له نار. طب اي
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya, to take the stage. It seems like any move by Kaya is gonna cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
يعني لازم اختار الاشياء اللي يعني هذه النار عشان ايش كان اسمه ذاك؟ اللهم صل على محمد. ذاك الفارس ابو النار، نسيت اسمه. ايش كان اسمه اللهم صل على محمد. هو كان مطر منسد. يعني لازم اختار احجار فيها قوة الشخصيات اللي عندي، زي كايا الثلج، والثاني يا الله ناسي اسمه، ديلوك يستخدم النار. فاي حجر يعني ما في له قدراتهم شيله. حلو فهمت. نسوي ريكو عشان تطلع لنا احجار فيها قوتهم، او احجار ممكن استخدم قوتها عشان اعزز من قوتهم. شكلها كذا. بس هذا مو التمت. لا ذاك الالتمت هنا، هذا الالتمت هنا. هذا مثلث.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
يعني اللي ناقص 3 هذه تروح من الأحجار اللي على اليمين ذيك اللي عند R3.
Dodge this.
Well.
Good. Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos, an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill on them. Looks like we have to switch active characters, though. Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have one active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to D-Luke in order to use his skills. You can spend one elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
شوف كان في 3 قطع فيها ثلج، لما استخدمتها استنفذتها على العدو. مويه ليه؟ مثلث مو لكس.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn. Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked D-Luke. Alright then, now that D-Luke is our active character, it's time to use his skill.
هذه هجمة تكلف مني. شوف الدائرة اللي هنا، هذه تاخذ من هنا، تاخذ واحدة من هنا. اما هذه شوف، هذه الهجمة تاخذ مني 3. طب هنا 2، كيف اقدر اسوي 3؟ ولا هذه كذا اللي عشوائي تحسب؟ اما ال4 هذه الالتيميت. طبعا هذه 3، هذه الدوائر ال3. اذا مو دوائر المعينات هذه ال3 اذا تعبت اقدر استخدم التيميت. طب فين النار الثالثة؟ حتى ذاك الغامض. الحجر اللي عليه منعك اوصف العلامة ذيك، وما قاعد احرك المؤشر عشان اوريكم فين. على الجهة اليمين في تشوفوا هيدرو اللي هي مويه لونها ازرق سماوي، والنار في 2 منها، وفي واحدة شكلها كأنه كريستالي كذا، خطوط كذا، كان خطوط متقاطعة. لا مو خطوط متقاطعة، خطوط دائرية كذا. هذه يبدو لي هي اللي يعني انك تستخدمها مع الشخصية اللي تلعب فيها، يعني عشان تضاعف الهجمة.
Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction.
يعني لما استخدام قدرات الاثنين، يعني مثلا استخدم مويه وثلج بزيد الضرر على الأعداء، كهرباء وثلج ازيد الضرر زي كذا.
When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2.
وهذا حيرفع الضرر حقي.
This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go. Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is pretty cool, huh?
اللعب العادي بس انه اللهم ببطاقات. بس يعني إذا بختار الشخصيات لازم أكون حذر في اختيار الشخصيات.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
ما يمدي استخدم الهواء مع النار، يكون شيء قوي. ولا واحد منهم
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that
اي
reroll?
والله ما في شيء يناسب الاثنين هذول.
Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use. Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example.
هذه الحجارة اللي هنا، منطقة الحجارة هذه أقدر أنفذ هجماتي، وكل ما كان عندي حجارة يعني حجارة تناسب الشخصية اللي ألعب فيها، يعني هذا ديلوك يلعب بالنار، هذا شيء قوته نار، لو في حجارة نار هنا هجمته حتكون قوية. نفس الشيء مع كايا اللي بستخدم الثلج، بس هنا ما في ولا لا نار ولا ثلج، فحنجرب البطاقات اللي تحت هذه.
So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action card.
يعني هذه يبدو لي اختار السلاح اللي يتناسب مع الشخصية، فديلوك سلاحه ككلايمور فاخذ السيف الضخم. بلاي We need to spend 2 elemental dice of the same type to play. بس ما في عندي لوك نار، ما في نار.
So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to test it out. But wait, D-Luke's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1. Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character.
يعني اضحي بواحدة من البطاقات اللي تحت عشان اجيب elemental من الحجارة اللي على اليمين هذه. elemental tuning. طيب.
Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well. Moving on. In Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental tuning.
يعني خلينا نخاطر
Just like playing cards from your hand, elemental tuning is a fast action. Come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice.
وهذه فيها ونبدلها نبدلها بالكهرباء ونثلث. هذه خلينا نطير دي.
Well, would you look at that? Finally, we now have enough elemental dice to use Searing Onslaught. Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Because you have the يعني ما دام اسوي يعني شفت النقاط اللي النار اللي هناك 3، لكن عشان معايا السيف السلاح اللي يناسب الشخصية ازيد نقطة، يعني ما دام هي 3 هنا مع السيف 4. انا هو دمه 4. هو 4. اوه اجل حيموت من هجمة واحدة. حيموت من هجمة واحدة. اوكي.
In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. What?
ما فهمت. طب هذه فيها اثنين، خلينا نجرب دي.
Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out pronto. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
بسم الله. طيب فيرست كاركتر.
Let's finish this swiftly.
ياه، إني خليت ذيك أحسن.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one last trick. You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent.
L2.
Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round.
أوه يبغالي كليمور عشان أضر ضرر زيادة.
All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents. Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on your own from here. May victory be yours!
طيب يا جماعة شيلوا ذا. يبغالي أضحي بواحدة منهم. غير هذا. طيب هذه select factor to equip this. طب خلينا نهجم. يلا وبسم الله. اوف لازم اضحي بوحدة. هذه اثنين. يح اضحي ذا يعني. طيب يا جماعة انا
Ready when you are.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot.
لا رهيبة. wait.
Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile.
إذا أنهيت الجولة يمكن draw 2. طيب خلينا.
Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win.
لازم اوزن ما بين البطاقات اللي تحت هذه وال اوه حلو ذيك حفظناها عندنا خلاص. لا يا جماعة ايش ذا يا جماعة؟ حلو.
Let's go.
لازم خلينا نضحي بدي. اخذ النار. واحدة من السيوف حضحي فيها عشان بس اخذ. ايوه نطير الريح. يوز. اوه مع التمت. شو هي مع التمت. طيب هذا ماله ما هجم.
This will be interesting.
يا شيخ خلينا نضحي بذا السيف. غيبة دوري. ما عندي حجار. طب كيف بهجم؟ حلو. أخيرا خلينا نستخدم النوتات.
Oh, so sweet.
الحمد لله. يلا الحمد لله استوعبناها أخيرا. شغلتها شغلة. هي تعتمد على انك تجمع بين هذه ومن الشخصيه المناسبه، يعني قدرات الشخصيه تلعب فيها. يعني اذا كانت هذه الحجره فيها ثلج، شخصيتك لازم تكون مستعمله الثلج. شخصيتك تلعب بالنار، لازم الاحجار دي تكون بالنار. اللي تكون يعني موافقه لشخصيتك حطها على جنب، لا خليها على جنب، لا تحط عليها تغيير، حط على الاشياء اللي ما تتناسب مع شخصيتك. يعني على سبيل المثال انا كان معايا كايا وديلوك واستخدم النار. شوف النار تحت. خلص الصف الاول، شوف الصف الثاني. الصف الثاني في اول شيء من اليمين هذيك ريح، اللي في الثانيه ارض، الثالثه نار. هذه خليها لا تشيلها. الثالثه ثلج حقت كايا، هذول خليهم. وذاك الحجر اللي بالزاويه اليسار فوق كمان خليه، ما في مشكله. المويه والكهرباء والطبيعه والريح والارض هذه حط عليها مثلث عشان يسوي لهم رول ثاني مره، يلخبطهم زي كذا بعدين ينزلهم. اما ذوك خلاص، ذوك الثلاثه خلاص على جنب مضمونين لك، عشان تزيد فرصه انه يكون عندك احجار تستخدم فيها قوه شخصيتك. بس طبعا هي يعني فيها حظ، اللعبه دي فيها حظ. واذا مثلا ما عندك احجار، يعني من هذه الاحجار اللي مثلا انت تلعب ديلوك تبغى احجار نار، لا تضحي بواحده من البطاقات اللي عندك عشان يعطوك بدال الاحجار، بدال ذيك الاحجار نار ثانيه. يعني عندك انت نارين، وديلوك يحتاج 3 عشان يهجم. واحده من الحجار عليها صوره الارض، ممكن تضحي بكرت من عندك، تضحي بسيف كايا او تضحي بسيف الكلايمور، ويبدلوا لك اياه بحجر نار فتهجم هكذا. بس البلاي اكشن كارد يبغالي لسه فيها، يعني يبغالي فيها والله.
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card? It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him around here before.
Eye patch, you say?
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the D-Loop character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect D-Look to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share. I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the cat's tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time. Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. This sounds like fun! But, in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one must be the Sucrose character card. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, D-Luke, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel?
كم الساعة يا صاحبة المواجهة الأولى؟ طيب يلا معنا وقت.
Alright, let's duel.
يلا. واه نفس الشخصيات. اوكي. يا جماعة ارحموني هي بالانجليزي يعني اوكي قولي شوية بفهم يعني هذه بطاقة علاج، هذه درو 2 كاردز، ما ادري يعني هل انه يعني حتخليني اخذ كرتين زيادة ولا ماني عارف صراحة. When character use a skill or a talent spend one less جيو ما عندي جيو. ها هذا حق الكتريكو.
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are true tests of strength between 2 players. In a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also be able to grab new cards during an end phase. At the same time, your opponent must also spend elemental dice to take actions, so you'll be unable to view their intent. Are you ready? It's time for some exhilarating fights to the bitter end. Musa!
هاخذ كايا.
Ready when you are.
زين كذا شو الحين لما بدأنا اللهم صل على رسول الله. لما الحين كذا ببدأ انا بطاقاتنا توزعت. انا اخترت شخصياتي واخترت الشخصيه اللي ببدا العب فيها. الحين لما نسوي الرول هذا الثلج وهذا الثلج هنا، هذول احتاجهم. هذا ما احتاجه، ما عندي شخصيه تستخدم الماء فاختاره. هذا شخصيه، هذا للماء، انا ما عندي شخصيه ماء. الطبيعه ما عندي احد يلعب بالطبيعه، وهذا نفس الحكايه، ولا عندي احد يلعب بالكهرب، ولا عندي احد يلعب بالارض. الحين هذول الاثنين حيصيروا على جنب مضمونين، البقيه ذول حسوي لهم رول ثاني مره وضغط مثلث. شايفين راحوا على الجنب هناك على اليمين فوق. الحين هذول طلعوا لك خلاص ما تقدر تغير منهم، هذول اللي عندك خلاص. طيب والله انا بدي اضحي بذي. ايوه ضحي بيها. شوف الحين مثلا هذه الحين اختار واحده من هالبطاقات. هذه مثلا هذه تستخدم قوة كهرباء، ما احتاجها. تضغط المثلث عشان تضحي فيها. شوفوا تحت هناك، تحت صورة كايا تشوفوا كهرباء وعندها سهم رايح للثلج. يعني انت حتضحي بواحدة من الكهرباء هذيك اللي هنا، حتضحي بالكهرباء اللي هنا هذه وتخليها ثلج عشان تقوي هجوم كايا. تضغط مثلث، انحرقت البطاقة، صار عندنا الحين 3 ثلج. وهكذا نطلع فوق. يلا شوف الحين عشان معايا ثلاثة قطع من الثلج. معلش يا جماعة ماني عارف هذه ايش يسموها صراحة، فأنا قاعد أقول يعني باللي يعني سهل لي كوصف. معك 3 هنا تقدر تستخدم الهجمة ذي، معاك 4 تستخدم الهجمة ذي، 1 أو 2 هذه. وصلت؟ فنحن عشان نستخدم هجمة قوية يعني نحاول نضر منافسينا بأكبر قدر ممكن، بأكبر قدر ممكن. يعني عشان في حالة يعني انه هجم، نحن سوينا اكبر ضرر ممكن لهم. يلا الحين كذا خلاص هذول 3 عندنا تضغط مثلث بهجم على طبعا ليش انا بهجم على سكورس؟ لانها شخصية متقدمة. شوف شخصيتي من عند شخصية ال3 سورس وسكورس وكايا وديلوك. شوف انا مقدم كايا، انا العب بكايا، هي مقدمه سكورس، مقدمه نفسها تلعب بسكورس يوز سكيل. الحين هي بتهجم. اها اوتش. اللهم صل على محمد. طيب خلينا نسوي سويتش كاركتر. ناخذ لا
Let's go.
يلا نلعب بديلوك الحين. هذا حق الارض خلينا نضحي فيه، نجيب هنا نار مثلث، نطلع فوق ونعطيها هجمة. شو الحين مستنفذ من عندي ال3 أحجار هذه. شوفوا هنا على اليمين، هذه حيستنفذها في الهجمة ذي. وضغط مثلث. اوف والله سوى ما شاء الله دمج قوي. طب ما هو دورك يا آنسة ولا ايش؟ خلينا نسوي انهاء الجولة بحكم انه ما عندي احجار هنا. الجهة ذي ما عندي خلاص، خليني اسوي انهاء جولة عشان ناخذ الدايس. يمديني اختار؟ ايش البطاقات الغريبة دي؟ عشان يلعب ب3 في الريح احتاجها والثلج احتاجه. لا هذا ما احتاجه، هذا ما احتاجه، هذا ما احتاجه، ما احتاجه ما احتاجه ما احتاجه. يا ليل. اها بنت اللي قاعدة تقوي شخصيات الثانية وهي بتضحي بالأولى. هذا نظامك يا سكورس، هذا نظامك يا سكورس. خلنا نضحي بذا، نضحي بذا، نضحي بالغار هذا. choose one to someone on your side and the gun won't hit. طب هذا ايش؟ choose one someone، لا draw two cards. طيب نلعب بالطريقة دي كارد. طب نلعبها مكان الأرض. pay one elemental die. أما لازم أضحي بواحدة من اللي عندي. اي والله عشان افعل لازم اضحي بواحدة من الأحجار اللي عندي. ما يفيدني ذا. ايش هذا؟ خلني اضحي بواحدة من shift energy from atmos to your character. والله ما فهمت صراحة. بضحي بالرمح. ضحي بالحد. هات هات هذا. خلنا نهجم ونصفي سكورس.
My research. Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
معليش يا عسل. يزود حاجة ومشت لي الدور غريبة. طيب نغير لك.
Ready when you are.
لا ليتني غيرت لسورس.
I can do it.
ما اتوقع انها فكرة كويسة صراحة. No valid targets. اوه معي ultimate. ياه ما عندي حجار. طب دام كذا خلنا ننهي الجولة. ها ايش هذا؟ ما ابغاك ما ابغاك ما ابغاك ما ابغاك ما ابغاك. يا ليه ليه كذا؟ اوب قول. انا لازم اضحي صراحة. طير المويه وقلت ما تستخدمه على ديلوك.
Enhanced animal module 75.
اوف. المفروض استخدم كايا. ايش المفروض استخدم كايا؟ كيف نار تبغى تستخدمها مريح؟ ما الريح تزيد الله الريح تزيد النار. دوبني استوعبت الغلطة ذي.
Ready when you are.
طيب نضحي. نغير ونخليها ثلج. نهجم على كايا، نهجم على ديلوك.
Freeze!
ايوه هذا الشغل. هي ليه ما تهجم؟ I'm ending my... انت انهيتي دورك وانا بنهي دوري. سوت حاجة اتوقع ان قوة احد منهم. حلو. من ذاك الافندي اللي متخبي. طيب ريح خليه، ثلج خليه، نار خليه، هذه وهذه. شيل يا معلم. لا لا لا. بدأت تتحرك بدأت تتحرك بدأت تتحرك. اي قام يطيح السورس.
Ready when you are.
شكرا. طيب اللهم صل على رسول الله الامين. معي ثلجين. طيب هذا ايش؟ لحظة دقيقة، هذا ايش؟ هايدرو يا عمي توكل على الله. اني اضحي بها لان الريح ما حتنفعني صراحة يعني. ضد الاثنين ما حتنفعني. current active character gains 1 energy. خلينا نطير دي معليش. طيب خلينا نستخدم هذه.
Freeze!
يلا خلينا نشيل دي.
There can be no
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
يا بنت الحلال انت متساهله معي انا عارف، واللعبه متساهله معايا، لكن في لاعبين اونلاين حيقطعوني تقطيع عشان اول مره. هناك الشغل.
Let's go.
حلو وننهي الجوله. خلاص ديلوك في النهايه ضد كايا. احا احتاج الريح ولا ذا ولا ذا ولا ذا ولا ذا ولا ذا. احتاج لنار. نار نار نار. لا حول ولا قوة الا بالله.
cool it.
اوتش. لعن ابليسك. استغفر الله العظيم. ضحي بذا، ضحي بسرعة.
I'm not done.
بياكلني ذا، بياكلني. المشكلة هو مضاد لي وانا مضاد له. الله المستعان.
decision is a difficult...
That's not how the rules...
Oh, I am sorry, but it was a fun match.
ايوه.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the score. And the seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of genius invocation lies.
But what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and give up.
You make a good point, Diona.
Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level.
قوية ما عليك.
You played well this last match.
اللعبة لو خليتك حطتك الذكاء الاصطناعي بتبهدليني. أنا متأكد يا سكروس.
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invocation TCG is a really fun game.
Good! Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean, this place probably has the right atmosphere.
I'll definitely be back.
والله برد الله يكون في عون اخواننا واخواتنا اللي
have all the basics
لا
down
عندهم
by now.
سخانات وعايشين في
I need to get
المخيمات.
back to
كان الله بعونهم وعون
bartending.
اللي
Shian's likely been busy
ما عنده
making his
سخان
tavern more popular with
وبيته
his
يخزن ذا
delicious
البرد.
cocktails.
الله يكون بالعون يا رب.
Pui, pui. And we can't have that. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shian.
شكرا يا ديانا.
I have to make drinks for the customers now. If you've got any more questions about Genius Invocation TCG, you can go ask Shian. He's...
أعصابك. أنا أوريك. وين.
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of Gene.
Oh, خلاص.
That's right. The Travelers, Sucrose, and Paimon are TCG. Paimon picked it up from watching you and Sucrose.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You cannot call yourselves true TCG players until you have passed the test. Sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the Genius Invocation TCG Society, you have to pass the test.
لها مجتمع كمان اللعبة دي Genius Invocation TCG لها مجتمع.
Yes, although to be honest, it's not that difficult. Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best 3 opponents in a duel.
So, you have to win 3 duels against 3 different opponents?
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along. And from what I could hear, you both performed at a rather high level.
Same way you can hear what Prince says?
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. But back to the matter at hand. The Traveler only needs to beat 2 more opponents to become an official TCG player. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that winning 3 games is well within your ability. But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TCG newcomers should receive their free gift. Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to start playing Genius Invocation TCG is entitled to claim a free casket of tomes.
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his attic.
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right? So the casket of tomes is actually real?
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called caskets of tomes. Not only do they provide a reliable and sturdy container to store your decks, they can also sense when other people in the area are also carrying a casket of tomes with them.
Oh, Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next. The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient TCG players inside.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence of playing card games.
بس هم يعني أعادوها للواجهة.
Darn! What a letdown. Alright, now let's see this casket of tomes already.
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, so you will need to see her to claim yours. Probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in a duel, and then come back here.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total. What about the last one?
I shall choose the final contestant he must beat in order to become an official TCG player, for it must be one of comparable prowess. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
هي ما قلت جت ولا لسه؟ بس هذا المدخل الوحيد.
Go. Claim your casket of tomes, seize victory, and become a TCG champion. Prince seems to have high hopes for you.
أوه. وين الأخير؟ وين الأخير؟ أتذكر كان في واحد هنا. أيوه. أنا مارغريت. يا شنو واقف جوا النافورة؟
Hello, you three. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of Genius Invocation? Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you?
Oh,
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right. A purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this must have seriously disliked being alone.
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail. You're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded people to come together and enjoy their favorite hobby. It creates a nice atmosphere. Anyway, now that you have your caskets of tomes, it's time to find some opponents.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while. Thanks. I'll do my best.
ادور لاعبين. أين أنتم أيها اللاعبون ما؟ في لاعب هنا قريب مو بعيد.
There's a player nearby. That way. Let's go see.
أنت لاعب. أنت لاعب. ركز على الحراسة. ركز على خلي اللعب.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG players. But we have to pass the test first, so we need to be 3 players in a duel. Our casket of tomes led us to you.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I'm on duty right now. I see you're serious about this. Very well. As a fellow TCG player, I cannot refuse an earnest invitation to duel. So be it. Then let the duel begin.
دقيقة بالله يا جماعة نشوف كم الساعة. واحدة. طب خلي المبارزة بعدين. بكمل المبارزة بعدين. كمان إن شاء الله المرة الجاية. استكشفنا جينيوس انفيكيشن تي سي جي اللي هي لعبة البطاقات اختصارها كذا. استكشفناها اليوم وبكمل ان شاء الله معاكم يا اخواني المتابعين واخواتي المتابعات المرة الجاية باذن الله عز وجل. طيب أحبتي في الله، أستودعكم الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه والإسلام والمسلمين وديارهم، ولا تنسونا من الدعاء وتنسوا أخوانكم وأخواتكم من المسلمين والمسلمات في كل مكان وفي كل زمان، سواء كانوا أحياء أم كانوا أموات. أستودعكم الله وإلى لقاء آخر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.